Hi, everyone. Before we get started with today's Restore and Meditate practice, I have a few announcements to make. First of all, we'll have a new schedule for online classes and hopefully be starting some in-person classes once again as of this coming Monday, June 1st. I'm looking forward to this new schedule. So definitely pop on over to the Wild Thing Yoga Facebook page to check out what's happening and all of our new special events that are going to be happening as well. We have some great new special events that are going to be for a live audience online only via Zoom. And they won't be recorded practices. So you have to register and be on the live in order to be a part of those. But our new moon series is going to be going that way. We've test driven it the last 2 months doing it that way, and it's working really well. It's one of my absolute favorite classes to teach, and those of you that have been longtime supporters of Goddess Yogi Ash know that it is the deepest work that I do and that I share. And so I would love to have you all on those. Another thing to note is that, with COVID-19, for the last almost 3 months now, we haven't had in-person classes in Southern Illinois or Southern Indiana. Southern Indiana has started to reopen a bit and loosen some of those rules as far as gyms and yoga studios go. Yoga and More, where I have been teaching here in Southern Indiana, has reopened classes, but we are on a very limited schedule right now, as that allows us more time to make sure that the studio is cleaned. We're also asking that you definitely go to the Yoga and More website and register for those classes so that we're keeping our numbers small, so to help keep from having any spread of COVID. If you're sick, please don't go to a studio. Even if you've just got a sniffle. I mean, I know it's allergy season and we're all sniffly, and we're actually going to address that in our breathing practice today a bit. But just being very mindful. Also noting that when you do go back into a studio, whether it's Yoga and More or another studio, wherever you are, chances are props are not going to be available to be shared. So if you know that you need blocks or straps or a bolster or blanket when you practice, please make sure you're bringing your own. There are many great companies out there, Hugger Mugger, Manduka, that you can order from if you don't have those things and you need them. Some studios are actually offering discount sales currently because of this. So definitely check with your local studio and see. Another thing to note about in-person classes, I have accepted a chance to teach also at Chamfet Fit Studios, which is a new gym owned by my friend Charles here in Evansville. And I will be teaching, I think, 4 to 5 times a week. That will start in mid-June, and I'll keep you updated on that as well. Our other Wild Thing Yoga instructor, of course, Nora, Miss Namaste, she has officially started her yoga teacher training. And so definitely check out her classes at 3 p.m. on Sundays and 6 p.m. on Mondays through Wild Thing Yoga. And also follow all of her social media and her YouTube channel as well, so that you can support another wonderful teacher in this area and abroad. Let's see, other things. Oh, this is a big one. So we're bringing back the boutique. So it won't be a physical location. It is going to be just an online boutique for now. And with that, for Wild Thing Yoga and Boutique, because that's how it originally started, right now we're offering doTERRA oils and products, Shaklee products, and I am going to also offer Heavenly Goddess Spa products as well, just to start. I'm hoping to add some other items as we go, so definitely hit the Wild Thing Yoga website for the links to those, as well as the Wild Thing Yoga Facebook page. I am posting regularly what the deals are and some of those products. So if you haven't liked us over there, please do so. I think that's everything for updates for right now. Just stay tuned for that new class schedule starting on June 1st. We're going to announce it then. The main difference is that the Wednesday all levels 10 a.m. class that I do will be moved off of the schedule. The farmers market that I manage here in Evansville kicks off next week on the 3rd. And so for the 16 weeks, 16-week time period there, I'll be downtown running the farmers market, supplying great locally grown food to the Evansville, Vanderburgh County area. So, if you're local to the area, definitely come check out the market, check out Market on Main on social media so you know what the standards for shopping and for vending are currently considering COVID-19. We're asking everyone to wear a mask while they're at the market, to practice social distancing, all of those things to help keep us all safe and healthy. So with that, I'm going to move it back to the mat and we're going to get started with today's Restore and Meditate practice. We're going to start our practice today at standing. So rooting down through the soles of your feet. Allowing yourself to come up nice and tall through your body. Roll your shoulders back and down. Turn the palms of your hands towards the wall in front of you. Let your chin slightly tuck so that crown of your head can pull up towards the sky above. Settle in here. Noticing how you're physically feeling today. Noticing any of those things that your body might be telling you. Maybe it's something that's been whispered to you that you've been ignoring, as we all do from time to time. Take a subtle rock back and forth across your feet. And take that rock side to side. Noticing those four corners of your feet, allowing yourself to root down to your mat. Notice those thoughts that you've carried to your practice today. What emotion have you brought with you? Allow yourself to speak it out, to give it voice, whatever it may be. My emotion for today is deep gratitude, happiness. Begin to notice your breath. Noticing any resistance in your breathing this morning. Your sinuses are stuffy. You feel resistance in your lungs. Allow your next few breaths to sigh out heavy. Maybe letting go of a little bit of what you've carried to your practice. Allow for a subtle bend in your knees, just enough that you've got some sway to your body here. Drop the palms of your hands towards your thighs. Begin to take a little bounce through the knees. Start the movement from the feet, through the ankles, the knees, the hips. Start to let your arms bounce a bit. A lot of us are starting to feel very frustrated, antsy, ready to get out, to do things, to go back to what our normal was prior to the beginning of COVID-19. Folks, we got to shake it off. You're gonna let some of that go. Maybe let your head start to float and bob. Shaking some of that out. Allow yourself to come to stillness. Reassess your body. Turn those palms open again. Settle into your feet. Settle back into your breath. Our world is increasingly unsettled right now. We're anxious. We're worried. We're feeling antsy. Spring and summer are upon us. Many of us want to be outside doing those activities that we really deeply enjoy and just can't right now. Our job is to learn to hold space for that, and space for those feelings. Move them through and out of us as best we can. And be curious about why we feel that way. On your next inhale, let your arms begin to sweep up. Gaze may follow. Exhale, bringing your hands through heart center. Taking this movement with your breath. Inhale, sweeping high. Exhaling to heart. Next, inhale, interlace your fingers at the top. Press the palms of your hands high. Let your shoulders drop from your ears. On your next exhale, hinge yourself over towards your right. Take your gaze up. Pressing that left foot down a little further to the mat. Creating that opening stretch on your left side body. Next, inhale, bringing yourself through center. Exhale, drop over towards your left. Taking your gaze up. Next, inhale, bringing yourself to center. On an exhale, keep that core engaged. Drop yourself back just a bit. Don't let your head fall back. Keep the neck long here. Creating that space in your front body. Next, inhale brings you to center. On an exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Drop into your fold. Release your hands. Let your head be heavy. Give your head a nice gentle shake, yes. A nice gentle shake, no. Bringing your head to stillness. You can take opposite hands to opposite elbows or leave your arms hanging heavy. Gently sway side to side from your hips. Allowing your hips and your spine to release here in your forward fold. Allow for a subtle bend in your knees here. Bringing yourself back to a neutral spine. Let your hands come heavy towards the mat. Allow your hands to come to your ankles or your shins here. On your next inhale, take a very slow roll up. Let the hands slide over the legs, up your thighs. Head coming up last. Palms of the hands turned open towards the wall in front of you. Breathe deeply. Moving through that one more time. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhaling through heart center, taking a sweeping motion. Maybe your breath sighs out some here to let go of a little more of that energy. Next, inhale, interlace those fingers at top, turn the palms, press to the ceiling once again. Exhale, drop to your right, gazing up. Inhaling through center, exhaling left. Inhaling to center, exhale, find that subtle back bend. Inhale to center, exhale, hinge forward, drop heavy. Shake the head, yes. Shake your head, no. Take ragdoll side to side from your hips. Back to center, hands heavy. Next, inhale, slow roll up. Let the hands slide up the body. Back to standing mountain. From here, we're going to begin to make our way down to our mats. So assuring that you're at the front edge of your mat here. Inhale, arms sweep up. On your exhale, take a fold. Plant your hands. Step your feet to down dog and pedal out here for a moment. Allowing for some deep bends to your knees as you pedal. Allow that movement in your side body. Come to stillness, settle bend to your knees, pressing your torso towards your thighs, head heavy. Sighing out that breath here. Next, inhale, let your knees come to the mat, taking tabletop. Take some cat-cow here at your tabletop. From here, let your knees come wide, big toes touch. Drop your hips towards your heels, and on an exhale, begin to allow your forehead to drop to the mat. Allow for a subtle bend in your elbows, forearms and elbows release nice and heavy. Allow the belly to fall into the space provided. On your next inhale, walk yourself back up to table. We're going to find your way to seated here. Now you have a couple of options in your seated posture. You can set back in hero's pose here, seated on your heels. If you have a bolster available or even a blanket that you can fold to slide under your hips to sit in supported heroes, this is another option. And this is the option I'll be taking this morning. You can also come onto a cushion in easy seat if that feels better for you. Find what feels best for you for your meditation practice. Maybe not having a cushion under, maybe being just on your mat is what you need today. Take the practice that you need. Find a bit of comfort here. We will be sitting in this pose for a while. So note that, and note that part of our practice this morning, part of our intention is to work through any irritation, to work through that restlessness. So if you find yourself throughout this meditation practice becoming restless, sit with it. Allow yourself to hold space for that restlessness. Now, we're going to begin here with a little bit of Kriya breathing. I mentioned earlier, a lot of us are dealing with congestion and we're dealing with a lot of hesitation in our breath right now, or our breath is very heated because we're feeling antsy and irritated. So I'm going to take us through a little bit of Kriya. Now, the great part about being able to do yoga at home right now is that if you're someone who has held back in your Kriya practice when you've been in a studio and not allowed that sound and frankly, I'm going to be real honest, the snot to fly, this is a chance to be able to do that. Now, you might want some Kleenex nearby. I always tend to need some. But we're going to settle in here. So coming into your seat, settling in where you need to be. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. You're going to lift your arms up, peace fingers extended. Now, if this is too much on your shoulders, you can always drop the elbows to cactus arms. But we want that upward motion. Chin is slightly tucked. Now in breath of fire, Kalabati, our belly button is snapping back towards our spine on our exhale. It's a very deep exhale. It's a very jarring exhale. And what that does is it automatically, your body pulls your inhale. So there's no thinking about, like when we're in Ujjayi and we're thinking about that deep intentional inhale and exhale, this is just that sharp exhale and it creates the inhale on its own. So we're going to come into this breath practice. And I want you to go with this as long as you can. Now, if you begin to come lightheaded, definitely back out on your intensity. Because this is a very short breath, you can sometimes cause yourself some dizziness. So being mindful of what's happening in your body while you're using this practice, and knowing that your intensity is set by you. If you need to get really fiery with this and work some things out, if a sound starts to come out with it, if you need to scream, let it happen. You know, maybe tell the people that may be in your home with you right now, or if you're outside enjoying the day during this practice, you know that your neighbors might glance over the fence at you. But allowing yourself that space to be able to process that emotion or those sensations that come up with this breathing practice. So allowing the arms to lift, peace fingers extended, chin slightly tucked. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And begin when you're ready. Stay with it. And pause. Deep breaths here. Go ahead and bring those hands down to your thighs or your low belly, resting your shoulders. Allow that breath to flow deep and long. Blow your nose if you need. Nice, deep, intentional inhales, slow exhales here. Settle back into your body. Begin to note how you physically feel. Note how you mentally feel. Take stock of any emotion or thoughts or physical that rolled up through that breath practice. What was there for you today? This is an excellent breath to start your day off with. Gives you a little kick, a little boost. Gets all that congestion out of your body. Deep cleansing breaths. Finding stillness, finding ease. Notice your body. Notice any discomfort you may physically be feeling. Allow yourself to hold space for it. What is that discomfort telling you? Be curious about it. Meet it head on, don't shy away. Allow yourself to send it a breath. Allow your body to know you're connected to it. You're noticing. You hear it. You're listening. Begin to shift your awareness to your thoughts. Where's your mind being pulled to? What threads do you have extended out? Begin to allow that to ease. The mind to soften a bit. Slow. Being curious about those thoughts and why you have them. What are you holding here? Sending that calm, cooling breath. Each of those racing thoughts. Allowing your mind to know that you're noticing, that you're listening. Move your awareness to your emotional state. It's the same as it was when we started at standing. Or as it began to shift. Allow yourself to speak whatever it may be. Speaking and hearing your truth. Finding stillness, finding acceptance, holding space for your own being. Through this practice, we allow ourselves to be as we are in the moment, creating space for ourselves allows us to create space for others. From here, begin to allow your breath to deepen, fluttering the eyes open, gazing at the space around you. Begin to allow some subtle movement back into your body, taking cat-cow from wherever you are. Back to neutral and taking any other subtle movement your body may need right now before transitioning onto your mat on your back. You come down to your back, keep your knees bent, feet on the floor. Turn the palms of your hands to the ceiling, the sky above. Allow your body to connect to your mat here. Noticing those connection points. Rock your knees side to side. Let your head begin to rock side to side as well. From there, coming to neutral, extend your legs long, press out through the soles of your feet for a moment. And from there, let the feet go slack, falling away from one another. Allow your body to become a bit more heavy, settling into Shavasana here. Check in with your body, starting down at the tips of your toes. Slowly moving towards the crown of your head here. Allowing any activity to drain away, the body to soften. Part your lips and release your jaw. We'll be taking it side to side. Opening the mouth wide as well. Allow the eyes to be softly closed, forehead to soften. Allow your breath to be at ease. Soft inhale, soft exhale. Allowing yourself to pause. Simply be as you are right here, right now. And as you continue to breathe, begin to allow your breath to come deeper into your body. Allow your exhales to sigh out heavy. Begin to wiggle out your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrist and your ankle. Reawaken your body. Take a nice long stretch, fingertip to toe. From there, roll yourself onto your right side body. Pausing in transition. Bring yourself up to seated. Hands at heart center. Taking several deep breaths here. Three deep breaths here together as one across the miles. Thumbs come to the forehead center. The divine light within me recognizes and deeply reflects the divine light within you all. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me for today's Restore and Meditate. I hope this practice serves you well. I hope you use it in those times when you're feeling antsy and anxiety driven. And that you remember to breathe. If nothing else, just remember to breathe. Great love, great respect. I hope to see you soon.